Hey there my peeps and welcome to part 2 of the Triple Threat TLC match. Let me postpone the introduction here and let's see if Chris Jericho goes through the table, and he does not. Actually, I go through the announcer's table when Chris Jericho ducks, and instead Christian goes into or through the announcer's table. And I was actually expecting Jericho to, roll out the way. It's pretty easy to counter the, top rope move from the top turnbuckle onto the announcer's table. But the thing is, I was having so much fun in this matchup, I really didn't care if, Jericho ducked or got out the way. I was just trying to, make a cool spot in the matchup. So, what was I... Oh yeah, I wanted to address something. Actually, no, before I do, I would like to give a shout out. And this is a shout out I actually wanted to do a while back, but I forgot about it, so here it is. I would like to shout out Simon Lindner, and he's the guy that made my banner. He's also the guy that made my banner for WWE 13. So shout out to you. He's got some pretty cool tribute videos. Anyways, I wanted to address something that I kind of addressed in part 1, but not fully. I kind of forgot about it, or forgot half of it. So I was saying in part 1 that, I was talking about how I didn't post up online matches, regular online matches in a while, but I was posting up roulettes on a more consistent and regular basis than I did in 13. In WWE 13, I believe I only did 6 episodes of the roulette, and that was it. And right now I'm at 3 episodes of the 2K14 roulette. The game's been out less than 2 months. So while I have been posting up the roulette on a more consistent, regular basis, it seems like I kind of forgot about posting, online matches like I used to. So in part 1, I was like, it's weird that in WWE 13, I was posting up a lot of online matches, but what I forgot to say was, yeah, it's weird that I was posting up a lot of matches in 13, but not posting up a lot of roulettes. But here in 2K14, I'm posting up roulettes more often, but not really posting up too many online matches. So what I'm trying to do now, what I'm going to try to do is post both of them on a more consistent basis. So regular online matches and also roulettes and everything else. Anyways, guys, you might have noticed in this matchup, you might have noticed in most of my ladder matches or TLC matches online, I don't usually go for the win too quickly. Thing is, the past 2 years, maybe the past 2 games, 13 and 2K14, superstars get up really quickly. Even if you hit a finisher, the rate at which your opponent gets up is quicker than WWE 12 or SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. So you've really got to damage your opponent to the max. If you damage them to a yellow or even an orange, so if you get their torso orange or their torso yellow, whatever, you're probably not gonna get enough time to, grab that briefcase and win the matchup. So you're better off, instead of just freaking setting up the ladder, running towards the ladder, setting it up, climbing up the ladder each time, trying to grab the briefcase, and then your opponent gets up, pushes you off the ladder countless times, and then you get damaged because of all the times you get pushed off the ladder. So that allows your opponent to win the matchup, or gives him an advantage where he's got you significantly damaged just by pushing you off the ladder every single time you attempt to, grab the briefcase. And it just gives him a bigger chance of winning the matchup. But also in this match, and really any TLC or ladder match where I'm having fun playing the match, I typically won't go for the victory till later on in the matchup, just because I want to really enjoy the matchup, use some weapons, have some cool spots in the matchup, like in the beginning where Chris Jericho hit the triangle. I believe that's what it's called, if I remember correctly, the triangle drop kick, and I went through the table. I thought that was freaking awesome. And I wish I would have thought of that, although Christian doesn't have that in his moveset in the game. By the way, like you guys just saw right there with Fandango leading the ladder on the apron, then trying to run towards it or on it, that doesn't really work this year. Now go back and check out my Fatal 4-Way. I think it was a TLC match. I'm not sure if it was a TLC match or a ladder match, but I do think it was a TLC match. Search on my channel, Fatal 4-Way TLC match. It was a matchup on WWE 13 online. I was playing as Kofi Kingston. I was facing off against somebody playing as Damien Sandow and two other guys. I'm not sure who they were playing as. But in the match, I set up, and a lot of people liked the ending of the matchup because it was a pretty cool ending, I've got to admit. I've got to say it. You know, I had leaned the ladder onto the apron, and everybody was taken down. Damien Sandow was inside the ring. It was the only one on the inside. I was the only one, I believe, on the outside that wasn't taken down. And I ran up the ladder, and the ladder, keep in mind, the ladder is on the outside, just leaning on the apron. Ran up the ladder, jumped from there onto the ladder in the ring, quickly grabbed the briefcase, and won the matchup. Check this out. Oh, Fandango actually pulls it off this time, but it's a lot harder this time to pull it off for some reason. It's like the animation isn't as smooth or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's not as easy as in last year's game. I don't even know why it's that way this year, but personally, when I've tried it, I've failed numerous times in 2K14. And Fandango right here is making me look real dumb, because he's just succeeded at doing it twice in a row while I'm talking about how, you know, how much harder it is to pull it off this year. Hopefully you guys have tried it and, you know, can agree with me on that, because Fandango just pulled it off twice right there in a row as I was talking about it. So, yeah, good job to Fandango. Hopefully maybe you have to run at it. Maybe you have to be like exactly in the middle of the ladder when you're running towards it or something. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a trick to it this year. But anyways, never mind that. You know, matchup is, we're closing in on the closing moments of the matchup. Matchup is gonna end pretty soon. There's like less than 2 minutes left. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna win the matchup? Is Jericho going to run up the ladder? Oh, and he runs up the ladder successfully. These guys are making me look bad right now because I was just talking about how it was so much harder this year to do what Jericho just did, and you have Fandango doing it twice in a row when Chris Jericho doing it right afterwards. So I think I'll be trying that maybe today or something like that on 2K14, trying this trick or trying to find out how you're supposed to do it this year. Let's see if I actually try and do it here. Maybe I do. I want to see, because I don't really remember. I actually no, because I just put the ladder inside the ring, so I guess I don't attempt it right here. At this point in the match, I'm feeling that whoever's the next person that climbs up the ladder, grabs the briefcase, and, you know, pulls on it, is probably going to win this match. So I get back in the ring. Fandango sets up Chris Jericho for his finisher, the reverse STO. I see that, and I see an opportunity right away. I know what I'm going to do, and that's a finisher to Fandango. Kill switch right here, so both of them are down, trying to set up the ladder in the perfect position, which it is right now, but you've got like this table in the way. And I eventually get to, you know, climb the ladder despite the table, and grab the briefcase and pull, and I was right. Win the matchup. So that concludes the triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs match. Now, for more online matches like this one, make sure to click that like button down below, and let's try and get this to 80 likes. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.